and welcome to the first RSR of the MLS is Back tournament. Review-wise, tonight I am reviewing Orlando City SC versus Inter Miami. 2 Orlando, 1 Miami. Orlando wins late on, gets the 3 points to start on the top of Group A, the 6-team group. Probably going to be 5 by this time tomorrow or even later tonight. We don't know, but Nashville is still there, but we don't know yet per se, but it is what it is. Orlando looked very good in this game. Miami looked good for periods, but they just didn't have the overall gameplay to win this game. Now let's start with talking about the demonstration before the match. The Black Players Coalition of MLS and the players on the pitch had a demonstration, kneeled for 8 minutes and 46 seconds to represent the time Derek Chauvin kneeled on George Floyd when he murdered George Floyd in Minnesota a couple of weeks ago. And they were showing this to show support for Black Lives Matter and social justice. What a scene. What a great demonstration. Amazing demonstration. I loved it. It meant a lot to see that. Every player on the pitch, every player in the Black Players Coalition of any team in MLS, and all the players on Miami and Orlando, all showing solidarity. It was amazing. A beautiful scene, a beautiful demonstration, and it was worthy of the first match of the tournament to make a statement. Wonderful. It was beautiful. I almost shed a tear, honestly. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Now, let's talk about the match. First half, Orlando is playing well, great offensively, but they just didn't have the final ball. They just couldn't make that last pass. And they looked amazing offensively. They dominated the game. Miami was playing very deep in their own half. It's like they wanted Orlando to play this way, and they let them play this way. And it didn't bite them early on. Didn't bite them for a long time in this match. Then as the first half started to end, Miami started getting into it. They started making a couple of offensive runs, counterattacks. That's the way they wanted to play this game. And it looked pretty good, but Orlando still dominated the first half against Miami. And you could tell that Miami was trying to switch the pitch by the end of the half, but they just couldn't do it. Then, after halftime, 47th minute, Uwola centers it to Juan Agudelo. Agudelo shoots it, scores. 0-1, Inter Miami. The first goal of this tournament is scored by Juan Agudelo. He makes up for putting it over the bar around the 30th minute in the first half. Scores for Miami. Good play. I liked watching it. It was a good play. It was what I wanted to see from this tournament. It was smart. It was well played. The offense, amazing. Using different offensive players. Quick passing. Good play by Miami. But then, in the 70th minute, Chris Mueller scores off a Nani centering pass to him. He slides it in. It bounces off Robles' foot. Makes it level, 1-1. And before that, let's step back a little bit and talk about the Reyes injury. Dom Dwyer elbows Reyes in the neck area around the Adam's apple. Makes Reyes have trouble breathing. He's on the ground for 5 minutes. They don't bring the stretcher in for a lot of time. It took like 5 minutes just to get the stretcher out there. Come on. That was horrible. That was shambolic. That could have ruined his career, if not his life. And I'm sure he's at the ER in Orlando as we speak. But come on. You should have the stretcher right there. There's no fans. It's open. You saw they came out of a tunnel. It's open. The stretcher should be right there. Why did it take 5 minutes? Why did it take 5 minutes to get the stretcher out there for Reyes? Why? How? How on earth? How on earth are you going to say it's going to take 5 minutes to get the stretcher out there when there's no fans and the tunnel is right there and it's open? In a way, it's definitely not a tunnel. You could have a stretcher right behind the goal, and that would have been like 2 minutes. And then it took him like 3 minutes to get him on the damn stretcher. That was horrible by the EMTs. Shambolic. Shambolic. And the worst part about it is even if he's okay, he has to quarantine 14 days. And let's be honest, Miami is probably not going to get that far. Hate to say it, but they did blow this game. 3 teams do go through, but not sure. Maybe the knockout round game if they are so lucky. But even then, in the ER, he could easily get corona. Easily. Easily, because the hospital rooms are being overrun in Orlando. It's just not a good situation for him, and I feel sorry for Reyes. He was taken out. They put in Rodolfo Pizarro probably earlier than they wanted, but didn't really help them. Pizarro looked okay, but the rest of the team lost a step after the Reyes injury, which I would understand. I get it. It's football. Seeing an injury like that, not a concussion, an elbow to the throat on your Adam's apple, and it's hard for you to breathe. Yeah, I'd be a little bit out of it too. No question. So, I understand it, but it doesn't really excuse the fact they blew the game. Miami blew the game, and it's obvious. Then, they defended well. They went back to the way they were in the first half, defended, wanted the draw. They kind of time wasted, and then they had 10 minutes of stoppage time. And you know that something is going to happen where it's going to swing the wind to one of the other sides, one of the two sides. And it does. Nani +7. Nani gets the ball crossed to him. He brings it down. It rolls to a defender, but he clears it right back to Nani. And he shoots it and scores. Horrible defensive play by Miami. And they just let them win. I'm sorry. You shouldn't kick it down on the ground. You should just kick it out. Kick it into the stands, the wall, whatever the hell it was. There's no fans. Are you scared of hitting somebody? Are you scared of killing a bird? What are you doing? What are you actually doing? Kick it out. Depressing. But no, you kick it straight down on the ground. Nani is there, sees it, kicks it, shoots it, scores. 2-1 Orlando, and honestly, deserved. Why? Because Orlando was dominant offensively that whole game. Dominant the whole game. Miami got back into it, but they weren't really that great. They got into it, but they didn't play well. They scored 1 goal at the start of the second half, and then they just dropped back. Player gets injured, they drop back. They just play for the draw. They get bit in the 70th, don't even try to press, get bit, still try to play for the draw, time waste. Orlando scores with 10 minutes of stoppage time because of the Reyes injury. And you kind of deserve to lose there, don't you? You do. I'm sorry. That was horrible. That was horrible. You got what you deserved. And everybody kind of knew it was coming, but you got what you deserved. So, man of the match for me would probably be Nani. He was probably the best on the wing. He scored the winning goal. He got an assist as well. Also, props to Tesho Akindele on that run, by the way. Amazing second run to make it look like it was going to him instead of Mueller. So, Ben Sweat kind of screwed up on the goal. Smart play by Tesho. Canadian, by the way. Let's all remember that. Amazing, amazing. But player of the match, man of the match, Nani. Has to be the captain of Orlando City. Amazing. Amazing by him. So, That's all I gotta say. So if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. I'll be back on Saturday with a Toronto FC DC United preview. And we're back. MLS is back. You love to see it. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.